So a day after Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane was suspended, her office released a statement saying that investigations will not be interrupted. President Cyril Ramaphosa suspended her with immediate effect last week, while a parliamentary committee looking into her fitness to hold office was gearing up to kick off its work. In Mkhwebane's absence, her deputy advocate Kholeka Gcaleka is overseeing operations at that institution. Among the high-profile cases that the office is currently looking into is the president's own farm robbery. So this morning we ask, does Mkhwebane's suspension compromise in any way the ongoing probes in her office? For that, let's bring in Accountability Now Director, Advocate Paul Hoffman, who's with us via our video link this morning. Always great to get your take, sir. Thanks very much indeed for making time. So let me just get your thoughts around that. I mean, do you have any reasons to worry that this disruption, as it were, will have a negative impact on any investigation taking place in that office?
On the contrary, I think the office will function better without the public protector there. She's been a disruptive influence from the day she took over from Thuli Madonsela, and her suspension by the president has been long overdue. She's been making trouble since 2017, and the Parliament cannot get to its work on impeaching her fast enough.
Yeah, I guess what this also does is it gives us an opportunity to start having discussions around the powers of the public protector within her office. If one person is able to have such a great influence on the operations of the institution itself, is it time to relook perhaps her reach even within the institution?
It's not really a question of the public protector being the dominant figure in the office. The office of the public protector has branches in all the provinces of the country. There is a deputy. The law says that if the public protector herself is unable to act for any reason, she could be off sick for that matter, and the deputy is there to continue the work of the Office of the Public Protector, which takes place in all of the provinces and covers quite a broad spectrum of matters, not only those constitutionally imposed under Section 182 of the Constitution, but also those relating to being the policeman of the Executive Ethics Act. And that is an interesting investigation that is pending at the moment. The 30 days started ticking at the beginning of this month, and the ATM political party, because only politicians can complain under that act, has asked the public protector to look into whatever happened at Pala Pala in February 2020. And that investigation is actually central to the support of constitutional democracy in South Africa, which is why this the Chapter 9 institutions, all 6 of them, actually exist there to support constitutional democracy.
Right, and we'll speak about that in a bit more detail. I just wanted to explore this idea of us also being in uncharted territory. I mean, the suspension of a head of a Chapter 9 institution is unprecedented in South Africa. You'll correct me if I'm wrong about that. And I wonder whether that raises any concerns for you about what the way forward looks like, not only for this institution, but also for this parallel parliamentary process that's taking place, looking into the fitness of this particular Chapter 9 institution head.
Now, all of the Chapter 9 institutions were set up to support constitutional democracy in South Africa, and it was a necessary step by the founders of our Constitution, because constitutional democracy is a new idea in South Africa, the idea that the law, the Constitution, is the supreme law, that the law trumps what the politicians want to do, is novel. So it was recognized that a Human Rights Commission, an Electoral Commission, an Auditor General and a Public Protector would be useful players in getting South Africa out of the mindset of parliamentary sovereignty, authoritarian rule, into the idea of governance by way of a supreme constitution in which the values and precepts of the Constitution are supreme. Now, what the public protector is required to do is to make sure that those in the state and the public administration do not paint outside the lines of the Constitution. So if there are irregularities or improprieties, any prejudicial conduct in the public administration and in the affairs of state, then the public protector is empowered by the Constitution, read with the enabling legislation, the Public Protector Act, to investigate, to report, and to take appropriate remedial action. And if the public protector herself is off sick or under suspension, the Act makes provision for her deputy to seamlessly step into her shoes and carry straight on, and that is exactly what is happening at the moment, with no prejudice to the public of South Africa at all.
Speaking about potentially painting outside of the lines, as you put it, there are already perceptions, as one would have predicted, that Cyril Ramaphosa is conflicted here by even placing the public protector on suspension, given the fact that she's looking into that farm robbery scandal back in 2020. Is there any credence to those perceptions, do you think?
Well, it makes absolutely zero difference to the investigation. The suspension of the public protector herself is personal to the public protector. The work of the office of the public protector carries straight on. So how there can be a material conflict when the deputy public protector is looking into the ATM political party complaint against President Ramaphosa in terms of the Executive Ethics Act is hard to understand. He's under investigation whether she's there or not.
Absolutely. Well, Advocate Paul Hoffman, always great getting your take. Thanks for helping us connect the dots on this Tuesday morning. Advocate Hoffman, I beg your pardon, is the director at Accountability Now.